Good evening. I'm joined by our team as we bring you comprehensive coverage of today's top stories, both here and across the globe.
Top 20 global news headlines. Evening update, December 5th, 2025. Global diplomacy and conflict. 1. Putin visit to India. Concludes. Russian President Vladimir Putin ended his state visit to India with a joint statement alongside Prime Minister Narendra Modi, reaffirming cooperation on counterterrorism and strengthening defense ties. 2. UK inquiry. Putin authorized Novichok attack. A UK inquiry concluded that Russian President Vladimir Putin personally authorized the 2018 Novichok poisoning of a former Russian spy, prompting immediate UK sanctions against Russian intelligence agencies. 3. US-Russia peace talks still gridlocked. Despite a meeting between a US envoy and Putin, reports indicate the Kremlin has hardened its stance, with no major progress on key elements of the Ukraine peace proposal. 4. Russia escalates belligerence. Analysts warn that Russia has grown increasingly belligerent as truce negotiations stall and the war in Ukraine continues. 5. US military kills foreign Caribbean strike. The US Navy carried out another strike on a suspected drug trafficking vessel in the Pacific, killing 4 people and prompting calls for the release of video evidence and a broader investigation. 6. Iraq retracts terror designations. Iraq officially revoked the terror designations previously applied to Lebanon's Hezbollah and Yemen's Houthis. 7. African peace deal signed in US. The presidents of the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda signed a peace agreement in Washington, D.C., brokered and hosted by President Donald Trump. 2. Humanitarian and security crisis. 8. Asia floods. Water now the main threat. Disaster relief experts warn that catastrophic flooding and landslides have become a greater danger than tropical storms across Asia, leaving families stranded on rooftops in several regions. 9. Hong Kong fire death toll rises. Hong Kong authorities issued a warning against external forces exploiting the deadly apartment fire as the death toll rose to 159. 10. Aid disappearing in Gaza. Concerns persist about aid diversion in Gaza, with some describing the region as a Bermuda Triangle where relief supplies vanish. 11. Migrant horror show deportation. A student described a horror show experience aboard an ICE deportation flight to Honduras over the Thanksgiving holiday. 12. Anti-Hamas militia leader killed in Gaza. Yasser Abu Shabab, head of an Israeli-backed anti-Hamas militia in Gaza, was fatally shot by unidentified attackers in Rafah. 3. Politics and governance. 13. Honduras election interference claim. A major Honduran presidential candidate alleged that the Trump administration has interfered in the country's tightly contested election. 14. Harvard professor arrested near synagogue. U.S. immigration authorities arrested a Harvard professor for allegedly firing a pellet gun near a synagogue. 15. Europe races to secure Ukraine funding. EU leaders are scrambling to finalize a financial package for Ukraine, with debates intensifying over the possible use of frozen Russian assets. 16. Indigo flight chaos continues. Widespread cancellations and delays at Indigo extended into a 4th day, causing significant travel disruption across India. IV. Social and culture. 17. Eurovision boycott over Israel. 4 countries, including Ireland and the Netherlands, announced they will boycott next year's Eurovision Song Contest, following confirmation of Israel's participation. 18. Ukrainian diver switches allegiance to Russia. Ukrainian diver Sofia Lyskin switched sporting allegiance to Russia, a move condemned as categorically unacceptable by Ukrainian officials who subsequently stripped her of all medals. 19. Root scores century in Australia. England's Joe Root achieved his first century in Australia, giving England an early advantage on the opening day of the second Ashes Test at the Gabba. 20. Thailand's cyberscam crackdown. Thai authorities seized more than $300 million in assets and issued 42 arrest warrants in a sweeping crackdown on a major transnational cyberscam network.